Okay, so what we want to do is we want to summarize our budget, okay, using pivot tables. Okay, so that when we come next week, I'll show you how to summarize using the function sum if is also a very, very powerful tool, and then we can be able to do other ways of summarizing. So now we are going to use this data, which is the range data. So like I said, you have a couple of ways of summarizing this. One, you can summarize according to department, which we are going to do, okay? But then you can summarize according to the budget type, whether it's an income or an expenditure. You can even summarize according to account code, so that you put together all the account codes, then you'll be able to know which account code has got this much budget compared to the others. The line item, the same, you can summarize it, okay? And of course, the subcategory and the type, you can be able to summarize them. So the first summary we're going to do will be summarizing our department using our pivot table. So to do that, you have to be on your data. Okay, so this is our data. So go to budget data for analysis range. Okay, so to be on the safe side, just highlight it. So click on column A. Even if you don't highlight it, the system will sense it. But the best is just highlight it. So just be on A1, press Shift, Control, arrow going to the right, and arrow going down so that you can be able to select everything. Have you all done that? Okay. Select everything. Or you can be inside and you press Control A. Control A also selects everything. Then we go to our insert menu. So you click on insert menu and you choose what? Pivot table. Okay, and you should have a menu like this. Mr. Sar, are you following? Okay, so where it says create pivot table, you'll have the range which is from A1 to H46. Okay, so like I said, let's make this also infinity. So instead of H46, let's remove the 46 so that it can be A1 to H. Okay, so it says you're asking me for a what? A summary of my data. But now where am I going to place the summary? Okay, so you want to place it on a new sheet altogether, which I always recommend. Please don't mix your data with your report. It's just like on your core banking software. If staff posts on it on the database is kept there. If you need report, what do? You go to the report, how to call it, placeholders or whatever, you query your report, isn't it? If you query them, they go somewhere. Okay, those reports, where do they come from? They come from your data, but they are different. So you can delete those reports, you can do anything with them that still don't have anything to do with your data. So always it's important to keep your report and your database separate. Okay, so let's do our pivot summary on a clean sheet. So automatically it will be selected for you by default. You just say create. So once you say create, it will go and open a new worksheet for you all together. It in fact has given it a name. Look how powerful pivot tables are. Look how powerful Google Sheet is. Okay, it gave you what? It says what? Pivot table 2, because the first one I did was what? Pivot table 1. Okay, so this is pivot table 2 now. So now we are ready to build our report. Very similar to Excel as well. Very similar. Okay, so this area on the right-hand side is, if we build our summary, this is where it's going to appear. On this side, these are the tools or the menus that we should use to build our report. And then on the right-hand side here, what are these? These are our fields, our report columns. So if you come to our database is here. So these are the various columns that are there. So the same thing are the ones that are replicated here, because, okay. So now we want to summarize according to our departments. So to do that, that means it has to be under rows. For columns, that is if you want your summary to be in columnar form. Values is, of course, the values that we're going to summarize, which in our case will be the budget amount, isn't it? So filter, for example, if you want to filter so they can be able to select, let's say, between the various types, let's say the account code or whatever. So that's when you use here. So for now, we want to summarize from our rows using our department. So we click on add. So once you click on add, we select what? Department. So once you select department, look at it. All the summarized departments will appear here. Can you see? So now, what are you trying to summarize? The budget amount. So we click on the budget amount should come under values. So we click on values and we choose budget amount. So now look at it. We can close this. Look at our summary. So it has given us all the summaries according to our budget type. Look at it. And the total is 68,211,764. Okay. So if we want to produce a chart out of this, okay, first we have to deactivate this the grand total from here. So to deactivate this grand total from here, we can click inside here. If you click inside any pivot table in Google Sheet, you'll see this mark, this edit mark. So click on the edit mark, and then you can be able to edit your pivot table. So it's showing us totals of the department, so we can just come here and uncheck this. If we uncheck that, the total has disappeared. Now we can come and insert our, how to call it? We can come and insert our chart. So we click anywhere inside here, we say insert, and then click on chart. Okay, so the chart type is pie chart, but you can come and select here. Let's say we want a bar chart like this. So we can choose that one and we say okay. So now we can highlight this, we can click this and bring it here. So now we have our summary by numbers and we have our summaries by bar. Can you see how beautiful this is? Mm-hmm.
What I'm listen now, you know, a column, you want to add a column there. You understand? Like maybe